It's a big difference from any sport. Formula 1 is something very technical, very dramatic.
Far enough back, he's going to make the lunge down the inside.
And very much politic puppets. So today I want to help those of you who still had no ideas about
What the fuck is
this sport about. Wait, is Formula 1 exactly a sport? Yes bro, they train an neck, a fit, hands and mental health for a long-lasting lap on the track. Well, okay, so I want to help those of you who want to be an unpaid Formula 1 fans in future. I don't know is it gonna work or not, but I only follow Kimi Antonelli rules.
I'm giving everything, mate.
Sit properly, grab your popcorns, Red Bull ring, Monster Ring Energy, and your phone while you trade in Bybit and OKX. You earned a lot of money and congratulations, you can watch the funniest Ferrari actions live on the grandstands. So here we go, the basic Formula 1 explained by Kokoh F1.
far enough back, he's going to make the lunge down the inside.
So here we go to the first one, is a point systems. You know what, for a whole season, Formula 1 drivers basically are not focused on who's won a lot or something. They also didn't care about whose freaking rookie will stand on the podium. The title contenders only focus on this freaking thing, a World Driver Championship trophy. Hiya! To grab this trophy, they have to collect some of the money in 24 races in the season. Yes, they have to collect 25,000, 18,000, 15,000. No, sorry, they have to follow the point systems. The drivers who can finish in the top 10 automatically get the points. The first place will get 25 points. This one I think the trickiest one because the second place only got 18 points. It's a really long gap of 7 points. Who stupid puppets give these freaking ideas? Never mind. So the third place is 15 points. That still makes sense. The fourth place is 12 points. The fifth place is getting closer to 10 points. The sixth place is 8 points. The seventh place is 6 points. The eighth place is 4 points. The ninth place is 2 points. And the 10th place is 1 point. What about if the driver finishes on 11 until 20 places? You know what? It's simple. They don't give a shit about them, even though they got the fastest lap and big improvement too. Starting in 2025, a plus 1 point for the fastest lap is totally not applicable and is only required for the top 10. Hiya! You know what? It's analogically like a big social gap when you are watching Formula 1 on the circuit. There's a people watching on the grandstand in the middle of the hot weather, crowded, full of sweats, wet bodies in the rain, and only have a screen far away from your eye level. But there's a people inside of the Paddock Club with full of the luxurious thing. They can exactly be a CCTV to witnessing the stupid Ferrari pit stop from balcony. Watching the Formula 1 race on the big screen in the middle of full AC room. Watch the podium celebration into the same level when everybody under the balcony are stretching his neck to see the celebration on 10 minutes. If there's another 5 minutes, I think their neck will be as strong as Formula 1 driver. And lastly, they dress fashionably like at awards. Life is unfair but not stupid. Sometimes. The sessions on Formula 1 is completely similar with MotoGP, but big difference with football. You can watch almost every week in football, but not in Formula 1. Sessions will start on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know what, guys? In the middle of complaining about holidays, there is a puppets working on the weekend. So let's start in the regular sessions. Friday will be a true freaking practice. There is the FP1 and FP2. So this session is like testing the car, and at this moment, the driver will looking for car problems like they found a lizard crossing on the track. It also makes a good feeling for the driver trying to reach the fastest lap too, and they also can fight for the race in the weekend. Saturday, they focus on the FP3 and qualifying, so that's why the FP3 is like the warming up sessions before they head to head on the qualifying sessions. Next is qualifying. Qualifying is a final result for the starting grid on the race weekend. Every teams will push the driver to reach the fastest lap starting in the front row, except Lance Stroll and his buddies. There is 3 qualifying sessions around 1 hour. What do you mean? First is Q1. This moment, they will pick a 15 fastest driver to battle on the Q2. So the 5 slowest driver who finish on the P16 and P20, they will eliminate and they also going out of nowhere. Second is Q2. There is only 15 drivers who join the sessions and head to reach the top 10 positions. They will eliminate another 5 slowest driver to like what they did before in Q1. Next is Q3. Only top 10 drivers will fight on the front row, and after the fight, they will fight again between drivers in post-qualifying sessions with their own crazy mods, and it will continue on Sunday as a main race. So here's the regular sessions. And what about if the sprint race are attempted in the race week, it's really easy. Friday is for free practice 1 and sprint qualifying, head-to-head to decide the starting positions on the sprint race. It seems like a regular qualifying, guys. In Saturday, there's a sprint race. Sprint race on Formula 1 just began on 2021. As usual, they want to earn a lot of money, and it's actually worse on the Formula 2. Sprint race is like an usual race, but they only had a half of the whole laps and not available for pit stop, except there is a weather change conditions or something problem happen for the car like a Ferrari. After the sprint done, they will focus on qualifying sessions to decide the positions in the main race on Sunday. How guys, is it complicated? Let's shout out to something that makes Formula 1 look craziest racing, Tyres. Starting in 2026, I didn't want to listen someone saying, I don't understand why the tire looks so stupid, why there are a lot of rainbow colors in the Formula 1 tires. True facts, Formula 1 supports the LGBTQ rights, but the color of the tires has already come out before Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton show their support with the rainbow things on his shirt and helmet. Please don't misconceptions, okay? So here we go. Formula 1 tires are divided by two categories. There's a slick and useless or non-useless wet fucking tires. Slick tires is a family of 3 hyperactive puppets, 3 different characters with 3 different functions. First is soft tire. It's the highest grip for Formula 1 wheels in history. This tire is basically used for getting a fastest lap or even giving Max Verstappen racing and McLaren flying away from all the puppets behind. But unfortunately, the tires are easily got stressed when used by Ferrari in the race.
I am stupid.
No guys, I mean it's easily get degradations and survive only a few laps. So that's why these tires are ideal for the driver who stay on the front row to lead the race and gain a lot of gaps. The tires are capable of gaining a championship trophy, like what Max Verstappen did to Lewis Hamilton on last lap Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2021, and also for the fastest lap on qualifying sessions. These tires basically do not recommend using in scorching hot weather like Singapore or Middle East Grand Prix. It will be like this. Second is medium tire. Honestly, it is a good balance between grip and durability. Even if you are racing on hot or even a little bit cold weather, they can handle the balancing really well. Max Verstappen, for example, this guy can handle this tire perfectly. When he turns the car, he can back turn the opposite directions with the fast reactions, without spinning like Sebastian Vettel did on Ferrari. So it's an ideal choice for every puppet in every Formula 1 team to let the driver drive a car like the greatest of all time. The slowest of the slick tires is a hard compound tires. Welcome to the most Ferrari favorite tires. It's not bad tires anymore, but you have to know when the momentum is. Highest durability with lack of grips and ideally using for a long gap racing. Tires management and one-time pit stop only. Suitable use for a circuit like Spa, for example. You know what guys? The hard tires family had another 2 freaking puppets inside. Pirelli will decide which hard tire will use in which circuit. C1 is the harder and can be a slower, but C2 is softer and can be faster. Ferrari and gets these tires for a long last life. Well, how about the wet tires? Yes, like what I said before, it's something useless and non-useless tire. You can even using this only in the rain, but if not, we'll sing a lazy song.
Today I don't feel like doing.
And they choose to sleeping and cover by black blankets when they only cover the rubber, but not the valve. Okay, let's start it to the intermediate tires. Like what happened on the opening lap of Singapore Grand Prix 2017. Verstappen, Vettel and Raikkonen are out of the race because of this tire.
Nothing, just an incident on the race.
Well, this tire is used for humid track and light raining condition, or if the track is getting drier. Of course, this tire will be slower than the slick tire, but faster than the wet dream tire. You know what? It's able to waste 25 liters of water per second.
Have the seat full of water.
A wet dream tire. What's the difference basically between this one and the previous one? Well, you can see the rubber texture. The intermediate like the bike wheels, the wet tire is like off-road car wheels. A thick grip on the tires is the ability to avoid the cars from the spin and is able to use on the heavy rain and the floating track surface. It's an amazing innovation, but you know what? They can waste around 65 liters water per second. More water can be wasted, so that's why this tire is only able to control by Max Verstappen, a rainmaster on recent Formula 1 right now. Let's turn into one of the great innovations. There's a DRS. As simple as this part helps Charles Leclerc to overtake Max Verstappen on the straight line. DRS stands for Drag Reduction System. It's a system located on the back wing cars, able to adjust and activated by the driver to avoid aerodynamic drag. It can only be used if the gap between drivers are below 1 second for easily getting closer and overtake the driver to make an action on Formula 1. So if the overtake is really good, Formula 1 will post on social media and let netizens get surprised about their idol strengths and goes viral. Congratulations, you guys earn another money again.
I'm Mr. Lover Lover.
You know what is it? The car is able to gain another 10 until 15 kilometers per hour on the straight line, and not all the straight zones can use this one. As long as the track is straight enough and approved by the puppets, all are okay. When on the racing start, safety car, virtual safety car, and the wet weather are not required to use the DRS. Logically, it's really dangerous. The speed is increased and big potentially lost control for all drivers. For example, like the Red Bull Team 2018. They can use this one starting from lap 3 until the end of the lap if the whole race are okay and not any problem appear. But in 2026, DRS will be officially replaced by MOM. Well, let me explain this one day in another video. Well, the simple explanations if DRS is like a boost nitro when you play on asphalt or even Mario Kart. So every puppet always makes a plan before the lights out and away we go in the season. Let's talk about the Formula 1 schedule. Formula 1 had total 24 races in one season and different regions like Oceania, Asia, America, Europe and the Middle East. So tell me on the comments below which regions you live now. The schedules basically considering about the weather, the access and the event in the country. They don't actually want the Formula 1 race crash with these three considerations. They also didn't even care about the crew and the driver jet lag with a full schedule. They only think about money, money, money and money. So that's why you will see a driver sleeping in the jet, long time in the private jet toilet, and the driver do a paid promotion for the private jet on IG story. I will take a 2026 schedule as an example. The starting season mostly is random and will begin in Melbourne because in the March there is a good weather for racing in Australia and the weather is completely opposite with the West region. Then they go to China. In Chinese term they will say Chuntian, a spring season after Gongxi Fa Cai. They go again to another Asian country, which is Japan. It's a true fact that Japan used to hold Formula 1 after the Singapore Grand Prix in October. But after the bad weather happened frequently, they decided to move the schedule to March. Continuing in two Middle East countries like Bahrain and Saudi Arabia is still a good weather to avoid the driver dehydrations and vomiting in the car. Then they go to Miami and held the race on the Miami Dolphin base camp. Wait, how do they race inside the football stadium? It's actually so far away from the Middle East to America. Why do the puppets not combine the America schedule in October and November? You know what? There is an NFL venue. They not held the event in the May, but in October and November. Formula 1 takes the opportunity to gain a lot of money in this venue. After the Miami Grand Prix, they go to Canada. It's basically for the good weather. And you know what? This is for the first time after a long time ago. Canada did lights out and away we go in the middle of Europe schedules. Well, the puppets did a really good job in this case. The other side is a horrible Grand Prix for Asians, especially they have to sacrifice their sleeping time. In the middle of the season, congratulations, Formula 1 will spend a lot of time on the classic circuit in Europe. Finish in Europe, we off to Singapore, America, and last to Middle East region. A perfect timing, perfect access, and perfect weather by perfect puppets. Felicidades! So here's only some of the basic explain about Formula 1 itself. Big sorry if there's something missing out and let me know please. When everybody had a big fan of McLaren, but I was still on Max. Someday Max can leave the team, but Lance Stroll is not. 谢谢 guys.